the most wonderful time of the year. Thanksgiving comes up this Thursday, then Black Friday, and then Christmas Eve, Christmas, and New Year's Eve, and New Year's Day. I love this time of year, and I love new and old Christmas movies, so we're going to be talking about one today. I'm Troy from Marks on Movies, and today we're reviewing a brand new Christmas musical comedy that just dropped on Apple TV+, Spirited. Before we begin, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell to be notified whenever we post new videos. We bring new content to you every single day of the week, whether it's about movies, TV, video games, and of course, pro wrestling. Now, on with the video. This one stars Ryan Reynolds and Will Ferrell, also featuring the wonderfully talented Octavia Spencer, Tracy Morgan, and a bunch of other actors that I've honestly never heard of before. You basically only ever get one Will Ferrell in movies, and that's goofy guy who's comedic to a point of being unrealistic, and I'm usually all here for it. There are only a few films of his that I never really cared for, or even cared to see. Meanwhile, you've got one of three different Ryan Reynolds in films: charming and goofy smartass, dickish and goofy smartass, or charming, dickish, and goofy smartass. In this film, we get the latter. Let's run down the plot a bit. Just as a warning, I'm going to be giving spoilers ahead. You have been warned. If you don't want any spoilers for this movie, skip ahead to this time code right here, and you can hear my wrap-up with no spoilers.
Spoiler alert!
For nearly 200 years, Jacob Marley has led a team of afterlife spirits in helping the ghosts of Christmas past, present, and yet to come to find and redeem souls. Present, played by Will Ferrell, has been eligible for retirement for decades, but refuses to abandon his work, despite being tempted by the promise of making up for his own failures in life. As their new target, Present insists on Clint Briggs, played by Ryan Reynolds, who is a media consultant with a reputation for stirring up controversy. This is despite Marley's insistence that Clint is unredeemable. The ghosts begin a year of research on Clint as they prepare for their annual haunt. However, matters are complicated when Present is unexpectedly seen by Clint's assistant, Kimberly, played by Octavia Spencer. They start the assignment, but it quickly goes off the rails when Clint interrupts Marley and easily seduces Past, forcing Present to take over early. Clint is dismissive of Present and resists the past memories he sees, particularly that of his older sister, Carrie, asking Clint to raise her daughter, Ren, after Carrie's death from cancer. Around this time brings one of my favorite lines of the film.
Lives of the people that you...
I'm trying to show the effect your choices have.
Really answer my question.
I'm done dicking around with you, pal.
Wow, sugar mouth.
Realizing Clint's case requires an unconventional approach, Present takes him into his own past, revealing that he was once Ebenezer Scrooge, the only other unredeemable soul to go through the program. Marley is furious and orders Present to stick to the script in finishing Clint's redemption. Present shows Clint his old flame, Nora, happily celebrating Christmas with her husband and kids, but Clint figures out that Present longs for a happy family life for himself with Kimberly. Present dismisses the idea and then shows him Ren posting an unflattering video of her classmate that Clint advised her to make public in order to win the student body presidency, instantly ruining the boy's reputation. He then finally forces Clint to relive his sister's dying request to raise Ren, where Clint turns her down and shoves the responsibility onto their younger brother Owen. Present prepares to leave Clint with yet to come, but Clint forces Present to confront his own fears of whether he was truly redeemed and convinces him to take retirement and return to Earth. He does this, and both he and Clint wake up in Clint's apartment. This leads to him trying out indoor plumbing for the first time and taking a shower.
Can I do this, everybody?
Sure.
Look out, New York City, this guy showers once a month.
This concept won't be strange to quite a few New Yorkers, but I digress. They join a Christmas party that Clint was throwing in his apartment.
I think so. Yeah. He looks stupid. He looks stupid.
Present finally asks Kimberly out on a date. Clint is then intercepted by Yet to Come and shown glimpses of the future, including the death of Ren's classmate after he committed suicide. The vision shakes Clint and he runs away from the haunt, but is intercepted by Past and Yet to Come, who force him back to Earth. Returning to his apartment, Clint and Present race to stop Ren from posting the video. They finally catch up with her, but are stopped by Kimberly, who explains that she told Ren not to do it and then informs Clint she's quitting. Present is happy about this and waits for Clint to receive his finale, but is confused when it doesn't arrive. Clint explains that all he did was redeem a mistake and that he hasn't changed. But he convinces Present that life is still worth trying and offers his friendship. Present, convinced that he is unredeemable, tries to jump in front of a bus and return to the afterlife and his job, but Clint pushes him out of the way, and time freezes before the bus hits him as the spirits give Clint his finale. They sing and dance and talk about how he's been redeemed as a person. However, when time resumes, the bus hits Clint and he's killed. Yup, one might say that he's dead as a doornail. I'll see myself out. Clint is reunited with Carrie, but doesn't want to leave Present behind. Instead, he makes a proposal to Marley. A year later, Clint has assumed the role of the Ghost of Christmas Present and is in a relationship with Past. He's expanding the role to other holidays and has brought Carrie on board as part of the staff. He also regularly visits Present, now going by Roberto, and Kimberly as they raise their 2 kids, revealing that the 2 men continue to work together on redeeming souls. And that's the movie Spirited. I'm not big into musicals, but if the plot's good, the characters are endearing, and the music is tolerable, I can get into them, kind of like Sweeney Todd. This also combined a few different genres and was a cool take on a Christmas film that we honestly haven't seen in years, if ever. I've seen Christmas comedies, Christmas dramas, and Christmas musicals, but I've never seen a combo of all 3. If anyone could give me examples that I'm unaware of, I'd be happy to check them out. Of course, you've got Ryan Reynolds being Ryan Reynolds, an on-brand juvenile comedy for both he and Will Ferrell, but it's honestly not over-the-top juvenile, and it's not stupid comedy. There's hardly any salty language, but I wouldn't necessarily say that this would be a movie for kids, especially with a lot of the subject matter. I don't think anyone under the age of 13 would really get or appreciate most of it. But if you've got kids in their teens and are looking for a good holiday-themed family movie, you could do a lot worse. It's sad at times, dramatic at times, it has the nice twist with Present, it's funny, charming, and some of the songs are catchy, and it's got a nice ending. This is on top of being a fresh take on an old classic, A Christmas Carol, which is honestly one of my favorite stories of all time. I don't care how many times they remake it, except for that awful one that was done by the BBC and was on FX. That one was god-awful and should burn in hell. Share this video around to everyone you know, and don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click that little bell to be notified every time we post brand new content on movies, TV, video games, and of course, pro wrestling. I've been Troy from Arcs on Movies. I will see you next time.